Hi my dear students, welcome to my biology class. Today we are going to begin a new chapter, Animal Kingdom. Chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is also known as Kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia. All members of this kingdom are eukaryotic and multicellular animals. As over 1 million species of animals have been found out till now, the need for classification becomes so important in the case of animals. So, it makes the study very easy. We can study each and every type or species of animals in detail with the help of classification. Animals have been classified on the basis of certain common fundamental features. Those features are together known as basis of classification of Kingdom Animalia. Basis of classification. The basis of classification means that certain criteria have been used for classifying the individual organisms in the kingdom Animalia. There are 6 common criteria or features that are used to classify the kingdom Animalia. Those are: number 1, levels of body organization. Next, body symmetry. Body symmetry. Then, presence of or the type of germ layers or embryonic layers. Fourth one, nature of coelom. Fifth one, segmentation. Sixth one, the presence or absence of notochord. Okay, these are the basis of classification of Kingdom Animalia. The Kingdom Animalia comprises various phyla, subphyla, superclasses and classes. The Kingdom Animalia consists of 11 phyla. Those are the phylum Porifera, Coelenterata or Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminths, Aschelminths or Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. These are the 11 phyla of the Kingdom Animalia. Now let's study each criterion of the classification of Kingdom Animalia. First of all, the levels of body organization. The members of this kingdom exhibit 4 levels of body organizations. Those are cellular level, tissue level, third one organ level, fourth one organ system level. Okay, cellular level means the body of such animals consists only aggregates of cells. Tissue level means such body of animals consists only tissues for performing specific functions in the body. Organ level means such animal consists of cells, tissues and organs for performing various functions. Organ system level means these are the most complex animals with the most complex body designs with well developed organ system for performing each and every life process. First of all, the cellular level. The cellular level means the cell aggregations are found in such animals' body. For example, the phylum Porifera. Okay, the phylum Porifera are also known as sponges. Sponges exhibit cellular levels of body organization. Next one, tissue level. The second and the third phyla, the phylum Coelenterata and Ctenophora, exhibit tissue level of body organization. That means the body has tissues. Those tissues perform the body functions. Okay, the second and third phyla. Okay, then organ level. Organ level means the body consists of organ that is exhibited by the phylum Platyhelminths. This is Platyhelminths. As helminths also belong to this category, the organ level. Okay, then the rest of the phyla exhibit what? Organ system level of body organization, that is from the Annelida to Chordata. That's 6 to 11. Phyla exhibit what? Organ system level of body organization. When we think about the organ system levels in highly complex animals, those animals also exhibit differences in their organ systems. For example, the higher group of animals possess both incomplete and complete digestive system. Some animals of the phyla possess incomplete digestive system. Incomplete digestive system means it means that they have only a single opening for what? For taking the food and also for ingestion. Ingestion and egestion is done with the help of the same opening. Some phyla like Coelenterata, Ctenophora and Platyhelminths exhibit incomplete digestive system as a single opening in the alimentary canal. So such digestive system is called what? Incomplete digestive system. Then what is meant by complete digestive system? This type of digestive system consists of both mouth and anus. Mouth and anus. So mouth is for ingestion of the food, anus is for the egestion of the food. So such type of digestive system is complete digestive system. This type of digestive system is found in the animals like as helminths to the Chordata. Let's take another example, circulatory system. Circulatory system. What is the purpose of circulatory system? For transportation of the blood to various parts of the body with the help of the pumping organ and the blood vessels. That is the common meaning of the circulatory system. The circulatory system is present from the phylum Annelida to the Chordata. Then the phylum Porifera to Asmilus, they lack what? Circulatory system. The Annelida onwards, they all possess circulatory system. They also exhibit variation or differences in the case of circulatory system. Some animals exhibit open circulatory system, some animals exhibit closed circulatory system. Open circulatory system and closed circulatory system. Okay, open circulatory system means that the blood is pumped directly to the body parts or tissues through open sinuses or channels. That means the visceral organs or internal organs are completely bathed in what? Blood. Such type of circulatory system is open circulatory system. It is commonly seen in insects, that is in the phylum what? Arthropoda. Got it? The next one, closed circulatory system. It consists of heart and blood vessels. Blood is pumped from the heart and it is transported through the blood vessels and is reached to the different parts of the body. It is found in the phyla like Annelida and Chordata, etc. The next one is body symmetry. Symmetry is a process of dividing the body into two identical halves. This feature can be exhibited in the members of the kingdom Animalia. They exhibit two types of symmetry. Those are radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Some animals like sponges, the animals that belong to the phylum Porifera, do not exhibit any kind of these symmetries. So such animals are known as asymmetrical animals. Asymmetrical. Asymmetrical means absence of symmetry. Body cannot be divided into two identical halves. Such animals are sponges. It belongs to the phylum Porifera. Now let's understand what are these radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Suppose if we have a spherical body or a cylindrical body, it can be divided into two equal halves or identical halves when it is cut at any plane passing through its central axis. You look at the board now, then if it is a spherical body, it can be divided into two identical halves when any plane passing through its central axis. This is the central axis. When any plane passing through its central axis divides the body into two identical halves. Such type of symmetry is called the radial symmetry. Then what is radial symmetry? When any plane passing through the central axis of the body cut the body into two identical halves. Such symmetry is radial symmetry. Radial symmetry is exhibited by the phylum Coelenterata, the phylum Ctenophora and the phylum Echinodermata. Okay. Then what about the next type of symmetry? Bilateral symmetry. When the body of an organism can be divided into two identical halves in vertical plane, that means we get the right and left identical halves. Such type of symmetry is bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry is exhibited by the phylum Platyhelminths to the phylum Chordata. All these phyla exhibit what? Bilateral symmetry. For example, our body, if our body cut into two identical halves in vertical plane, body will be divided into two identical halves, the right and left halves. Such type of symmetry is called the bilateral symmetry. The next criterion is the presence or the nature of embryonic layers or germ layers. Embryonic layers. We have learned that a zygote is formed by the fusion of male and female gamete. The zygote is a single-celled structure. The zygote undergoes a repeated division and forms as 2-celled, 4-celled, 8-celled, 16-celled, 32-celled structures and so on. And it multiplies in number. Thousands of cells are formed during the embryonic stage. And these cells are arranged as germ layers during the embryonic stage. Those three germ layers are the outer ectoderm, the middle mesoderm, and the innermost endoderm. These are the germ layers or embryonic layers that are formed during the embryonic development. Some animals possess all these three types of germ layers. Those animals are known as triploblastic animals. That condition is called a triploblastic condition. Triploblastic animals with a triploblastic condition. Some animals possess only the outer ectoderm and the inner endoderm. Such animals are diploblastic animals. Diploblastic animals. So such condition is called diploblastic condition. Did you get the difference between triplo and diplo? In some cases, the phyla like Coelenterata and Ctenophora, they are diploblastic animal. They are diploblastic animal. Instead of mesoderm, they have a jelly-like substance in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. That is called the mesoglia. Okay, so these are specialized one. Okay, these are diploblastic with the mesoglia. Got it? Then the triploblastic animals are the phylum Platyhelminths onwards. All are triploblastic in nature. This is a diagrammatic representation of the diploblastic and the triploblastic conditions. This is a diploblastic conditions with the mesoglia. Okay, this is the triploblastic condition with the 3 germ layers. The outer ectoderm, the blue color part. The green color represents the mesoderm, the middle mesoderm, and the red part represents the endoderm. The next criterion is the presence or absence of coelom. Coelom is also known as body cavity. It's a body cavity that lies in between the body wall and the gut wall. It is found in the higher phyla. Okay, now let's familiarize with the different types of animals with the different types of coelom. Based on the nature of coelom, animals are classified as eucoelomates or true coelomates. First one, eucoelomates or true coelomates. Okay, the second category are pseudocoelomates. Pseudocoelomates. The third one, acoelomates. So all of you look at the diagram here. This is a diagrammatic representation of different types of coelom that are found in the animals. The first one is the true coelom. Here you can see the outer ectoderm. The blue color part represents the ectoderm. Then the middle mesoderm. And the red part represents the endoderm. Here in the first diagram, the mesoderm layer is divided into 2 parts, the outer mesoderm and the inner mesoderm. In between there is a blank space. This is called actually what? Coelom or body cavity. Got it? So this is the diagrammatic representation of true coelom or eucoelom. The animals possess such type of coeloms are known as eucoelomates or true coelomates. Okay. Such type of coelom are present from the phylum Annelida to Chordata. So Annelida onwards, all animals are eucoelomates or true coelomates. The next one, pseudocoelom. Pseudo means false coelom. Here the outer ectoderm and the inner endoderm. In between the mesoderm is appeared as pouches. Such type of coelom is called pseudocoelom. It is seen in the phylum as helminths or nematoda. The third category is acoelom, absence of coelom or body cavity. Here all are arranged as together, the outer ectoderm, the mesoderm and the endoderm. So there is no cavity in between the mesoderm layer. That means a coelom must be lined by the mesoderm. A coelom is formed by the splitting of what? Mesoderm. So it is not happen here, so that it lacks coelom, a true coelom. Such animals are acoelomates. The phylum Porifera to the phylum Platyhelminthus. Animals lack true coelom, so they are known as acoelomate animals. This criterion is segmentation. When the body of an animal shows the repeated segmentation both internally and externally, such phenomenon is known as segmentation. If the body exhibits repeated or repetitive segmentation in the body, such type of segmentation is called metamerism. So what is metamerism? Repetitive or repeated segmentation of the body both externally and internally. This type of segmentation is exhibited by the phylum what? Annelida. Annelids exhibit what? Metamerically segmented body. But the other phyla like the phylum Arthropoda and the phylum Chordata, they exhibit segmentation, but the body has less segmentation like a head and trunk in the case of Chordata like animals, and some animals possess a head, thorax and abdomen in the case of Arthropoda. They show segmentation but less segmentation, but in the case of annelids they show repeated segmentation, that is metamerism. So based on the presence or absence of segmentation, the animals can be categorized as segmented body. The animals with a segmented body, animals without a segmented body, and a metamerically segmented body. The phylum Porifera onward, the phylum Porifera to the phylum as helminths or nematoda do not exhibit what? Segmentation. Criterion is the presence or absence of what? Notochord. Presence or absence of notochord. Notochord is a rod-like structure that is mesodermally originated one. That means the notochord is originated from the mesoderm layer. Mesoderm is one of the germ layers or embryonic layers of the dividing zygote. Okay, so it's a rod-like structure. It supports the body. The notochord lies in between the dorsal hollow nerve cord and the gut or the alimentary canal. So it supports the body of the animals. It gives the structure to the body and it helps in the movement too. Okay, the animals that possess notochord are known as chordates. Okay, only the phylum Chordata, the animals belong to the phylum Chordata are chordates. They possess the notochord. In the case of chordates, in some chordates, the notochord will be replaced by vertebral column, so that they are categorized into next subphylum as vertebrata. Other phyla such as the phylum Porifera to the phylum Hemichordata, those are known as non-chordates as they do not have a notochord. Non-chordates. Okay. So today we have learned about the basis of classification of kingdom Animalia. Then we have learned about 6 criteria that are used for the classification of kingdom Animalia. So the entire phyla in the kingdom Animalia can be grouped into various levels according to the presence or absence of these features. The animals are grouped into various phyla in the kingdom Animalia, not only based on these fundamental features but also based on the distinct morphological and anatomical features. That means each phylum has the particular or specific or distinctive morphological or anatomical features. We will learn about each phylum in detail with the example in the upcoming class. I hope you understood the topic well, the criteria of classification or the basis of classification of the kingdom Animalia. With this, I conclude my session. Then thank you and have nice moments.